It's like every day a new man will have the sensation attached to your penis.
Bro, that'd be the
You
weird...
must find him and jerk him off if you want to come.
That's the whole new fucking plot to a new Quantum Leap TV show.
Quantum Load.
He keeps getting transported to different bodies, and he's like, "Oh no, I gotta jerk off someone else where I can go home." DJ One Love. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by DJ One Love. Is that his real name?
That's his real DJ name.
It's on his driver's license.
No, it's on his license plate of the car I drive. It says DJ One Love.
Would you like to let them know where your father currently resides?
My basement.
Nice.
With his DJ equipment right next to his bed, dude. It's like I have an 18-year-old from the 80s in my basement.
It's kind of like a reverse situation of how it should be. You're like, you applied for any jobs today, Dad?
Are we recording?
No, that would require him to have been in my life.
Yeah.
He didn't even
I want to make sure I didn't chime in with something inappropriate.
No, chime in with something inappropriate.
No, we are recording. No. In secret, I will say things. No.
I'll cut it.
Yeah.
No, there's been a lot of times where he's been like, don't cut it. And then he'll call me the next day. Hey, man, you gotta cut that stuff. Well, I'm not a bitch. Don't fucking cut it. I'm good. Hey, man, you really gotta cut that.
What are the things you guys cut?
Things we said about specific people that we gotta see.
One female comic who's a fucking cunt. And don't
Don't cut this out. Don't cut this out.
Shayna,
fucking Shayna Rabbani, you fucking whore. No.
Whoa. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Even though she knows I'm joking, I'm gonna call her and call her. Hey, just watch that episode.
Hey,
They are not joking. No, once she sees our names on it, she'll be listening to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We still haven't put out her episode.
How long ago was that?
Don't honestly put this is
November, December.
She's asked me about it.
No, I've been holding off because I just got a new job, and I'm like waiting until I'm like I've been there about a month now, and I feel like okay, I'm gonna put it out there, and it should be fine to start releasing episodes again. But
how's that gonna affect your job? They don't like women.
If they see any they see any of it,
we're gonna find out in like a month that Shayna had dates in January that she was promoting.
I will tell you right now, it doesn't matter if people saw. It doesn't matter if she promoted her dates, whatever. It's not going to help. It's not. This isn't.
So I will
this
not
isn't
tell
a known
you.
thing. Yeah, don't bother. Don't bother.
How many listener do you have?
I will let you know. We have dozen of listeners. Dozen of listeners.
Dozen's pretty good though. Like if I can reach a dozen people, that's.
I think we have like half of a baker's dozen at least.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we have a semi-decent amount of audio listeners.
Yeah.
No, not a lot
6.5
of watchers.
Wendy Ferguson listens.
Jimmy Testerberger.
Can you find out if she does though? That'd be cool.
Probably not.
What's like a decent number that you said a decent number? Is it like
I don't know. One episode's got like 150 or something.
That's great.
All right.
It's nothing.
We ready to
Stop
go?
it.
No. We're going to Shake Shack.
Anyways, it's been fun.
You've met me before. I assumed you knew this was a horseshit operation.
No. You know what?
Dude, these aren't plugged in. What's going on?
They record nothing. They just want to hang out with people. They're like, dude, Kyle and Travis want to hang out. Put the mics on the table.
You see Travis responding to our, get him in here.
This was the first podcast I had to pay $50 to do, by the way.
Oh, no, that's just to chip in for the very expensive Benchmark 8.
It goes toward the fancy ice cubes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I appreciate you saying you thought I should be headlining the show tonight.
Yeah.
Because some people don't think I can even do comedy, apparently. So
Who's some people?
A lot of people. I don't know. They have never seen me. Yeah.
I don't think he's great.
Who's some people? Come on.
I'm not going to name names on here.
Name relationships
God
to
forbid
them.
Other comedians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dating comedians? Or
You know who the fuck you are.
No, you are, you fucking bitches.
No, it's
Soft
just...
ass.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't get booked nowhere near as much as I think I should.
Do you think it's
I think I should.
Do you think it's because of the fact that you stayed in Ohio and you should go to a bigger city where there's actual comedy?
Ohio's pretty big. No, to be fair, the Midwest is a decent spot if you're a comic because you can get to so many major cities really easy.
Yeah, once you establish yourself in a comedy scene, then you can, after you can tour the country, then you move to that spot and settle down.
I just did it in reverse.
You skip the middle part.
Yeah, I
skip
moved
the middle
here,
part.
settled down, and then now I'm getting booked in other states. So
Let this 3-year comic tell you about the business. Let me tell you how to run.
let's go. No,
You become friends with Shayna, and then she puts you on shows. That's how it worked for us.
Yeah.
Now what do we do now that she's gone?
You're on our
You
podcast.
go to L- yeah.
we bring you guys into
Now
our
you-
podcast.
so
Fail.
is that the ladder? It's like Shayna and then you guys.
Pretty
yeah,
much,
we dropped
yeah.
off a little bit. but,
We're a level below her. She gets booked consistently. We have to have day jobs. She did not. I assume it's because her boyfriend was paying for everything. She claimed it was because of shows.
I feel like this is really personal.
We
after
genuinely enjoy talking shit about our friends and then just waiting to see if they see it.
I mean, honestly,
It'll be like 3 years. Like, did you fucking talk?
and then you just get a text of like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And you're like, "Ah."
she did hit that.
Listen.
She did hit that slump when she lost the baby too. So
That was nuts,
Whoa.
man. Yeah,
that was a,
is this real?
yeah.
I don't know,
real.
Shayna. Watch an episode and call me. Let me know when you fucking watch.
Bro,
I can't believe you lost my baby.
Because here's what's funny.
Wait, she told me-
This will come out after Shayna's episode, so like one of her family
No,
members
no.
will watch that
Dude.
episode and be like, "Hey, I want to see who else they have on." Oh, it's time for member trip.
By the way, do me a favor.
Then they'll be like,
drop-
"She lost the baby."
do this episode before hers because she keeps asking when are we gonna do her episode.
I know.
oh, that's mean.
I
it's not.
dude, I had to secure this job and get in there good because literally the second they see an episode, I'm probably gonna have to talk to
You
somebody.
can fire you after you've gotten the job?
You think they're gonna listen? Dude?
No, I'm saying like let me get in there, show my worth a little bit, then they'll like have a conversation as opposed to just telling me to get out.
He's racist, but he has really good skills.
What's the job? Teacher?
It's not relevant.
Okay.
Let's not have any crosstalk about this.
Hey, more than welcome to shit on someone's miscarriage, but don't you dare bring up my child.
Yes,
How
you.
dare you?
He's a
So,
kid's
Kyle, you
counselor.
look like a newly trans man. How are you dealing with that?
I'm doing really good. I've been in the game a while.
By the way, I don't want you to think I didn't think you were a headliner. That's why I asked who's headlining. It was between both of you.
Hey, thank you so much.
So-
Happy to be here.
You know what? I don't care.
It's okay.
don't even
No, I don't care.
We're happy for the work. And going back to what he said about not being successful, we'll get into that a little bit. I do feel like your problem is you don't like to smooze with people.
You talking about me?
Yeah, which you kind of have to. Do
Yeah, I don't like to schmooze with people who are like a couple years in. It's weird.
That's why we're doing this podcast.
Well,
No, I'm not schmoozing with them. They're schmoozing with us.
yeah, he's got a point. All right.
That's what's happening.
You want another drink, by the way? You good?
Nah, yeah, I'm sipping this.
Yeah, do you need anything? It's like snacks. Like
We got more pillows.
No,
thing.
I brought my own somewhere.
It'd be a funny bit to every 50 minutes. Be like, you sure you don't need?
You sure you don't?
I brought spicy peanuts by Planters. See, I'm getting sponsored.
This podcast is brought to you by Planners.
Although that with the whatever this liquor is, would probably be good.
Yeah, it's,
Dump the peanuts in there.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you're a lesbian.
You ever eat heat nuts?
That's what-
Heat peanuts?
No.
is that what it's like? Wow.
They don't even call them spicy. Just call them heat.
I want to work for their marketing team. What
Yeah.
I don't know. Just call them fucking heat. I don't know.
What'd you think about always trying to eat spicy things?
I don't know.
He's always eating spicy things.
I don't have a high.
As fat men, we're always trying to chase that next high of like that first time we had that double cheese
that
with
spicy
bacon.
dragon.
And that was like we're always trying to chase the high, and eventually you run out of different types of grease and cheese, and you start chasing spice.
The thing is, like,
only
I don't
thing
have a
fat
high
people
spice
chase.
tolerance. Like the Tapatio cups
God,
of
I miss
noodles
those days.
are like, that's about it for me.
That's nothing to me.
Well, yeah,
I love
chase-
spicy food.
but like I've been eating a shit ton of those pepperoncinis out of the jar, just eating those, and then like getting everything spicy cups of noodles, getting like Korean hot sauces.
Nice.
I don't know why.
I started making my own like a psycho.
Oh yeah,
They turned out pretty fucking good. Did they not?
Wait, what are we talking about?
My homemade hot
yeah, I know.
sauces.
It was okay. It was okay.
are you Spanish? What are you?
I don't know, dude. I feel like I've told you what I am 4 different times.
He does.
I'm black and Asian, Spanish.
Okay, so you black and Asian for real?
Yeah.
How's your hair? Okay, you got the Asian hair. That's why it's
I
so
do.
smooth. Okay,
Yeah.
Hair.
very smooth, shiny, smooth, and like black.
And sometimes always attached to a black woman's head too. So
Oh.
Yeah, or laying in a rice field.
Laying in a rice field?
Yeah, they die a lot. They pass out because it's really hot.
Sometimes they're hiding in the trees above them.
And we call him Charlie. Is that weird?
I don't know enough about the Asian culture to hop in on
You've
this.
never seen a Vietnam movie at all, dude? He's like,
No.
I don't know enough about Asians.
We all know that
Oops.
Kyle is not too buku for this conversation. That's good.
Lost me. It sounded like a slur, though. It sounded like a slur. Are you okay?
What?
I don't know.
Buku is big.
Oh, okay. Is that Vietnamese?
It was
Charlie
in,
is a slur.
It was in Full Metal Jacket. She was telling the black guy his dick was too buku.
That's right.
She goes, no.
yeah,
She
no
goes,
black men, no
you're
black
too buku. And he was like, I don't know what that means.
Oh.
He called his dick the Alabama black snake. Great script writing.
Never saw it.
By the way, did you know back in the day that when the soldiers really went over to those countries, that there's instances of like all the Chinese whores and like whatever Asian whores, wherever they were at, Vietnam, hanging outside of like American bathrooms? Because you piss outside over there a lot of the times. And they would try to suck your dick while you're pissing to make you have to pay them. Like they would just sneak up like,
I got a lick. Give me.
yeah. If they get their mouth on it, they go,
That's
you owe me,
great.
you owe me money.
I didn't know it was going to come.
It's kind of like a
sounds
stripper
amazing.
that just starts dancing on you
Yeah.
without any warning, and they're like, "All right, that's $20." And you're like, "Hey."
Like you're at a Costco.
There was
when
no
you're hiring out a
negotiation.
strip
Yeah,
club.
but if I have an M16 on me, I'm not paying you.
But like
I'm
what it
sorry,
was
I'm
is
not-
it's when they were out on leave. Like they would
Oh,
leave,
yeah.
like go out in their civilian clothes to like try to get laid. These whores would do that, and a lot of old military would tell you that they could get any woman at any place for like a couple American candy bars,
Oh wow, that's
like
nuts.
Snickers, or like Milky Ways
Hey,
and
you get him to
shit.
suck your dick too.
Yeah. My ROTC teacher told us all this shit when I was in high school.
I don't think you should have.
Yeah, you know what his name was? Dick Dickerson. How fucked is that name?
That's great. There's a comic. with
His
the
real name
of
is Dick Dickerson. Like his parents are like, it's not enough to have one dick. We need two.
Do you wear the comic Dick Dickerson?
No,
Get the fuck
Yeah, he
outta
just
here.
did Don't Tell in Dayton.
dude.
Dick Dickerson
Dick
is actually very
Dickerson.
funny. Black comic, dreads.
Well, this was an old white man in his late 70s when I met him. So
They're probably related.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see it.
Guy.
yeah.
They might have the same ancestors.
He went transracial
I was
and
gonna say, with
and
this
youth.
technology, and he could be whoever he wants to be. It might be the same guy.
Dude, we'd be in class and he would be telling us something. He would just stop talking and then just stare and go,
Sorry, I was back there for a moment.
dude. And like, who was
was in the shit.
who was
Give me
president
the
in like the 70s? No,
Obama.
Nixon,
I think he was either say Nixon or whatever president before.
LBJ.
Lyndon B. Johnson or whatever. He would say, he'd go, oh, God, he was a prick. And I'm like, that's weird to just say out loud when you're telling us about like how to speak military lingo. He would freeze and then just say a weird thing like that, like weird PTS. But
I bet it snapped him back to being there, and he was just like, and then he went back to a conversation like, God damn it,
the other
Commander
one,
in Chief's a
our
fucking
other
asshole.
teacher, we just called him Top. We never knew his real name. Top.
So he was a first sergeant then.
I guess I don't have.
That's what you.
I don't know what they're talking about.
That's what you call a first sergeant.
Okay, so we called him Top,
That's
and he would come
And he
around.
carried that into civilian life. What a fucking douchebag,
Dude, yeah, he was fucking like. If you go to a teacher, I got to go talk to Top. That's what we had to say.
I fucking hate that.
I didn't
hate
know.
him.
I didn't fucking know.
Give you that top. You know what I mean?
I brought a knife to school one time by accident,
Okay.
and I went to him. I was like, "Hey, my brother borrowed my jacket, left his knife in it. Are you taking your pants off?" This story's not that good.
We talking about top?
I'm fat and hot.
And he goes, "Are you going to stab anybody?" I go, "No, I'm not planning on it." He goes, "Why don't I just hold on to it to the end of the day and you can come back and get it?" Like, he was kind of cool. He was driving the fucking school bus to go to
Where
Quantico
did you go to school at, dude?
in Virginia.
It was in the field.
Jesus Christ.
He was driving the ROTC bus to go to a field trip to Quantico military base. We were all being so loud in the back on Interstate 95. This motherfucker stood up, turned around, not holding the wheel, going, "Y'all need to shut the fuck up before I drive this bus off the goddamn interstate." And we're like, he's not, who's driving? And then he sat back down and fucking just kept going. I was like, okay, I don't want this at all. Like,
See, I'm not built. You guys grew up in a hard time. I would have fucking told my parents. Would have been the whole thing.
oh, I told my dad. My dad didn't give a shit. He goes, "Well, you got made it home."
Seems nice. What was the meanest thing a teacher ever did to you when you were in school?
Accused me of being on steroids.
True?
Yeah. I was taking creatine. I
was a
assume
mu-
you guys are familiar with creatine.
It was the music teacher.
It literally just
Playing the flute like a
That shit.
That's the third.
He just kept crushing them.
He's like, yeah, that's the third one you broke. What are you doing?
No, that's not the meanest thing. A teacher punished me because I kept getting shoved into a locker and I shoved him away, and the teacher only saw me shove the kid, and I was literally sitting there getting shoved into a locker like, I can't get in trouble, don't do anything, and I shoved him away and I got in trouble immediately, and my dad went in there fucking losing his shit to like defend me, and then still punishes me because I got in trouble at school. And I was like, but it's bullshit. And he's like, it doesn't matter.
So what my concern is that really happens? People get shoved into lockers.
Like you walking down the hallway, and not like
I'm not trying to
stuffed
fucking like
inside,
stuff you. I'm like,
shoved
there's
against the wall.
no fucking way I would have fit in a locker. Like even
no,
like a
no.
Okay.
I couldn't fit into a locker since I was like fucking 6.
Meanest thing I think was in high school. Our chemistry teacher was talking to my girlfriend in front of me, and she said, "Why are you dating him? He's not going to be anything in life. You should leave him." I'm like, "Hey, I'm here to walk you to your next class."
He was not wrong.
She wasn't. No, she wasn't.
You don't say that, but at the same time, god damn it, she should tell me how to invest.
Yeah, she saw the future. She is like, yeah, I get it. She's also dead.
What stocks are gonna rise? What's her name, Mrs.
Lake.
What stocks are going up next, Mrs. Lake?
She's dead.
Tell us.
I don't remember
Did you
anything.
see that coming?
Huh?
Did you see her death coming?
No, I did. She was fat.
Okay.
Ooh, hey now, hey
Yeah,
now.
when I was in college,
Hey, easy.
in college for a short period of time, dropped out.
You've got 2 persons of size in this room now,
Oh,
right?
that's not my fault.
Whoa, it's mine.
I wouldn't say you're a person of size.
I'm 270 pounds.
He's fatter than he looks. So
Well,
He
Look
hides
at the
it very-
monitor.
He hides it pretty well.
Look at how I'm sitting in the
but it
monitor.
looks like muscle.
No, it does not.
Dude, it's just loose muscle. You're good.
Just
Stop being
loose
hard on
muscle.
yourself.
That's
Loose
it.
muscle, dude.
that's all I have around my belly.
Yeah, it's loose, but you got loose
I am,
abs. You're
but-
good.
Helps.
Buddy, my natural weight is like 210 if I'm like in shape.
Yeah, but you're also
60
Well, no.
pounds overweight.
This is your natural weight.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you're
I've
30,
only
bro.
been
You're-
fat the last 2 years.
You're working out and like being healthy is your weight you want to be at. But the where you kind of settle, like my natural weight's like 320. That's where I settle. That's where I'm at. Like I'm like 320 right now.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, you look.
It could get
I don't
better.
think it's. To be fair, I wouldn't consider it natural the way that I eat. I would say that if I ate like a normal person, I would not.
Yeah, you
Eat it
eat
like this.
a lot.
Is it like you eat a lot or you eat bad things?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
What-
Did you see his spice rack?
Yeah.
Spices? What you
They were almost all empty, so you know he eats a shit ton.
Guilty pleasures are like ramens.
Okay. You don't do.
I mean,
anything
it's all guilty pleasure. There's nothing specific. Guilty pleasure: pizza, tacos, ramen, fucking fast food, all of it. It's never ending.
I eat unhealthy, like all that stuff. I don't do like cakes or cupcakes or anything like that. I'm never a sweets guy. I don't know if
Do you think we eat entire cakes? Do you
No,
think
no,
that's
no, I'm just saying.
I don't do, like, cakes.
We can.
I don't do cakes like you guys do.
Well, pastries, like cupcakes or like
Yeah, thank you.
honey buns.
Sweet things.
I don't eat sweets that much either.
Yeah. It's like weird. The older I get, the less I want. Like eat candy.
Do you eat like shit and you still stay the skinny?
Yes,
Yeah, I eat
Fuck
like
you.
garbage.
he eats more than I do when we hang out.
What is?
Sucks,
It's catching
man.
up to me. It's catching up to me.
What, you gained 1 pound this year? What do you mean it's
No,
catching
it's like
up to
it's
you?
going like my belly. I got like a belly now.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh,
I don't look good shirtless, but I never did. So it's not. Like
I was gonna
all that.
say.
Yeah, I was never crushing it shirtless.
you
You feel
gotta
like you
get
take
it.
off your shirt, you look like Ellen Page, or sorry, Elliot Page.
You're trying to get a dad bod before you're a dad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to get a bod where I can become a dad. You know.
See,
Well, please have
it's
sex
moments
with
like that where I'm glad that we don't have fans, because
You
that
can make
shit
fun of
would
trans people.
immediately there would be angry messages.
About what? Dad bods?
I said Ellen instead of Elliot.
Oh.
You piece of shit.
me. Said it twice.
Who's
Is
Elliot?
that the
I look
Juno
like
dude?
Elliot DeGeneres. You know what I mean?
Is that the Juno dude?
Elliot is who Ellen always was.
Thank you.
I'm confused.
It's all right. We'll move on.
Do you
Okay.
not know that
you ever seen Juno?
I don't follow Ellen, so I don't know what's happening.
Any of them?
Paige?
I don't follow any.
Paige.
I don't know who that is by name.
Okay, X-Men,
What does she play?
Kitty Pryde,
Yeah, I don't know.
X-Men, more like
the
X-Woman.
one that could go through walls.
She got dark hair, real tiny.
Yeah.
Yes. Juno.
Now she's a boy.
Juno.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, I didn't know her name or his
Yes.
name.
His name is Elliot Page.
Ah, see now we're all caught up.
See, now we're not.
Right?
And I still don't give a fuck. So,
Right? All 6 of you who watch this, we're all cool, right?
Now we can be in Hollywood.
hey, did any of you guys almost fuck your bus driver in high school like I did?
That would have been awesome.
No, I never had a.
You almost fucked Todd.
Hey. Don't make this about you. Continue. Nobody try to interrupt with their one-liners. I would love to hear this story.
No, I was 16 and I had facial hair, like a little goatee, had a mustache, like had sideburns. And the bus driver was probably 25, 26, and her kids would ride the bus. They were probably like 5 or 6 years old. So I was like the last stop. So going through to our last stop, I would move my way to the front of the bus and bullshit with her and like make her kids laugh by fucking doing whatever, you know? And then she would drop me off. And one day, she takes another left turn that we don't normally go on, stops in front of this house and goes, "That's where I live." I was like, "Oh." And then I was like, "That's cool. Like, why are you showing me this?" And then we keep going. And she's like, "How old are you, by the way?" And I just went, I was like, "I'm 18.
I'm 18 and still riding this school bus.
But listen, there's
That
more
makes
to
it
this.
worse. That makes you
No.
so much more of
I
a
said I'm
fucking
18.
loser.
She goes, "Then why don't you drive to school?" I was like, "I failed twice. Like, I fucked up my driver's exam. So, like, I just take the bus. Like, I should be getting my license in the next 6 months." Like, I had this it just came out so natural, this story to this. She was like, "Oh, okay." Well, then I go home and, like, I'm on AOL Instant Messenger. This is fucking how long ago this was. AIM.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys know what AIM is?
I do
Abs-
remember him.
Okay.
yeah.
Kyle's like, "What is that?" It's like chat
Never
social.
been shooting before. I don't know what it
No, so I'm on there and I get this DM from this fucking screen name. And I'm like, "Who is this?" She goes, "I take you home every day after school." I was like, "Oh shit."
Screen name is Bertha the bus driver,
Bro.
6'9".
I fucking wish I remembered her name because I would love to look her up. Man, this water's spicy.
And we're back.
Oh, anyways, my bus driver. No, so she showed me where she lived. She messaged me on AOL Instant Messenger, and I started messaging things like, "Hey, like, do you have any pictures?" And she would send like 1 or 2 of her, like just normal. And I go, "Send me something, like send me something else." And she was like, "What do you mean?" I goes, "You know what I mean, right?" So then she sends me a picture of her with no clothes on, going down on another woman.
Whoa!
And I was like, "Oh, this is pretty awesome." Because I was at my friend's house. My friend named Ed had a computer, had all that stuff set up.
You gotta stop saying names, but go ahead.
No. Never stop saying
Let me tell you something. Ed will never hear this. So while we're in Ed's house, and he's like, "Dude, she's sending you naked pictures." I go, "I'm going to go home." So I went home to get on my computer.
do what?
I didn't want to jerk off in Ed's house. So I go home. She's sending more photos and shit. And I was like, "We should hang out sometime." And she was like, yeah.
That's such an aggressive first thing. Not even like a sly like hand over the titty. It was just like, here's me eating out another
Dude,
woman.
I remember it like it was yesterday. She was on her knees. The other girl was standing against the wall with her back. And she had her like fucking face like right up in it.
Based on how old you are, I know they were both full bush.
I know the bush was on the front one.
Also, judging by how long ago this was, it had to be super blurry.
1999.
Dude, people were shaving in the 90s, man.
You think?
No, I'm sorry. 98.
How great would it be?
Absolutely.
We weren't eyeing down box in the 90s, though.
I had internet.
I mean, not in person, but if you think that
I saw a couple in gym class when the girls would sit in
but
squads,
if you
Indian
think
style.
that I, as a 9-year-old, didn't see some online or out of newer Playboy pussies, you're
How old are
wrong.
you?
I am 31.
Okay, you look great. But I thought you were like.
You
2
can
years
say
old.
that I look young. You cannot say that I look great.
You look great for your
So
age.
hold on, there's more to
Let
this
the man
story.
finish
Yeah, I
the
want to
story.
hear. This is getting hot.
Anyways, the next day I get on the
So, yeah,
bus
go ahead.
and she's all smiles. Like she's smiling from ear to ear, talking to me and shit. And then at the end of the day, I hang out up front again. She's like, "So are you coming over Friday night?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm going to have to ride my bicycle." Right? Because I didn't have a car. And she goes, "Oh, that's fine." I go, "Yeah." So I'll come over. I'll jump on the trampoline with the kids for a bit. I says, "And you can show me some more stuff when you're..." Bro, I swear to God is what I told her.
I've used that line before.
You as a how old were you
16.
actually? So as a 16-year-old, you're just jumping on the trampoline. You're not that far removed from this being an actual fun activity for
Yeah,
you.
no. I was excited. I was like, I'm going to jump.
I'm gonna jump on the trampoline and fuck. This is one
Did it?
great
Here's the
thing.
thing.
Talking to the kids
At this
so-
point, I had seen porn, but I really didn't know like how to fuck. I didn't know what sex was. as far as like me doing it. I'd seen like these giant dicks on porns. I'm like, I don't have one of them. Maybe I'm messed up.
That was the thing you took away from porn.
I was like, there's other things.
Dude, because all the porns back, there was no like average dick porn or like the shit you see.
There was no amateur porn.
Because it was all fucking like steroid dicks. So anyways, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come over Friday. Well, Friday comes. She drops me off at home. She goes, I'll see you later. And I'm like, yeah. And I just get scared. I'm like, I can't go over there. I can't go to her house. So I just don't go. Monday morning, I get on the bus. She won't speak to me.
No shit.
Bro, silent treatment, staring out the fucking window. I was like, hey. She goes, And I walk to the back going, she doesn't even know I'm fucking 16, right? I get to the back. The next day, she's no longer my bus driver. So I asked the new bus driver, I said, where did so-and-so go? She goes, oh, she called the school and said that she's moving to another city, and she took a job there. Dude, I rode by her house on my bike, gone, moved. Damn. Within like 2 or 3 fucking days of me not fucking her, I think she realized I almost became a pedophile and like just left town.
Do you think she like asked, like,
I think she must have asked someone else, like, how old is Travis? And like someone's probably like, oh, he's a fucking.
She almost fucked a child, and then she was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Age of consent is still 16. I don't
No,
know.
it ain't.
Yeah,
You can't.
is.
No, don't say that out loud.
16,
It's like, I have children, man. Shut the fuck up.
oh, I mean, no.
You do have a daughter, right?
I have a daughter and a son.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah,
think they're gonna
don't
watch
talk.
this?
Don't talk about age of consent, all right?
Yeah, that's weird. It's like you're excited about it. Like, it's only 16.
Man, I was hoping that something happened.
Dude, guys, I have good news. We can fuck 16-year-olds.
So, anyways, the story doesn't end with me fucking my bus driver, but the story ends with my bus driver realizing she's a pedophile and she should leave town.
She's an attempted pedophile. That's a difference.
Yeah.
There are different charges for murder and attempted murder.
Do y'all want to talk about a pedophile that I know?
Still, like,
He was a
just hang
comic.
out?
He was a comedian in Richmond, Virginia. His
wanna
fucking
talk
name was
about it.
Charles, right?
Oh no,
And I had done
Charles
shows.
what?
Char-
He's convicted.
His
We
name
can
was
look
Charles
it up.
Travis.
Charles Ellis.
His name is Charles Travis.
why you had to move
There's
to
a
Ohio.
comma. There's a comma in the middle.
Charles Ellis was his name, right? And he was
my
one of these.
bookies.
He was like a really, really overweight guy that thought he was good with swords. So he one of those dudes.
Those two go hand in hand,
Dude, so much. So like he would always have like swords and shit with him at open mics and stuff, and we thought he was, he was whatever.
He brought not knives, swords to open mics.
To open mics. And he would like fucking do all this weird karate shit. Anyways,
wild.
about 6 years ago, there's a fucking news thing someone posted. Charles Ellis, Richmond, Virginia, and it's this fucking picture, arrested, raided by the FBI for having sex with minors, child pornography, and all this shit. Bro, this motherfucker was talking to the kid's parents, and the parents were letting him do it. How the fuck does that even happen?
He's a guy. He's a fat man with swords. He's not Michael Jackson. How does he get to this level?
I don't know, but Michael Jackson eats ass. But like,
Are we talking 17-year-old? What are we talking here?
fucking 4 years old, 5 years old, bro.
That's sad.
And let me tell you something. All this happened, right?
The parents were not letting. There's no way they knew.
He
that
would tell them why it was good, and they would fucking somehow believe him.
While he was spinning a sword around.
He's like, if you don't let me do it, I'm gonna chop your fucking heads off.
I was like,
You're
how
like,
good-
fuck him
how-
again,
How good was he at swords?
bro. How good was he at fucking kids? Like, I don't know. Like, but here's the deal. All that it's so fucked up. As soon as I found out, I deleted him off Facebook. I don't want any fucking
Is this the son of that dude B from Abducted in Plain Sight documentary?
dude. And I went on some Richmond Comics, the
therapist.
Richmond Comics page, and people were making like some jokes about it. People were like, hey, don't do that yet. It's too soon. He was my friend. And I commented, hey, man, once he fucks a kid, he's no longer your friend. Fuck him. Right? And like, then I got shit for like doing that. So it was this fucking weird thing that I don't know how people.
What a bizarre thing to be like, hey, too soon. He was my friend. Hey, man, if you start fucking kids, I don't have your back.
Yeah,
I need you to
exactly.
know
I
that
don't
right
trust
now.
you.
Hey, you
Fuck no.
too soon.
Hey, you beat the shit out of a woman? I got you.
Bro, they were trying to say like,
commit a hate crime with you. You fuck a kid, you're on your own.
yeah.
If you beat the shit out of a woman, if you beat the shit out of a woman, I will comment, hey, he's still my friend. Let's not talk about it.
But like the fact that they were trying to like just somehow justify like not talking shit about him confused me. And then I was like, dude, the FBI knocked on his door. He opens it up and they go, FBI. He didn't ask any questions. He handed him his cell phone, walked in the house, grabbed his laptop, and said, "Here you go." He knew he was done.
like, oh.
He even unlocked it for him. He goes, "Here, so it'll save you guys some time." Like,
What a polite pedophile.
They open the laptop. It's a picture of him holding swords. Like, we got all the evidence we need. Thank you.
He's doing it like it was all a gag, and he's like, "Oh, you guys got me here. Oh, we got. I'm not
Gotta
even
ask
gonna make
though,
it type
was
of
he a good comic? Did he?
no, he wasn't a good
okay.
comic.
Damn.
He looked like
incredible pedophile."
I remember one
Incredible.
time
He crushed ass.
he fucking went up before me, and like I went up, I said, "Give it up for PM Dawn, everybody," because you know who PM Dawn is?
No, I was gonna ask you that.
All right, it's a fucking artist from the '80s, like a R&B
So
artist.
old. You're so
Shut the fuck up!
PM Don, I thought it was like a. Sounds like a
If you look up PM Dawn, he looks like this guy.
Look it up.
No, it's not.
Jamie, can you look it up?
Anyways, I don't know why that story popped in my head. We're
Where
talking
the
about.
fuck is our intern? I'll just yell my girlfriend.
Oh, it's me. Where's my phone?
So anywho, that was a random fucking story that came out of nowhere.
That's fucking nuts. So you said guys with swords, and it reminded me YouTube was big, but like people in like their 30s and 40s when I was in high school had no idea. And there was a guy who was probably in his 30s, balding, overweight, redhead dude, who just created martial arts tutorials and put them on DVD. And just a dude that I was friends with in high school just gave me one of these. And it's a guy near a creek who set up a camcorder and is just like doing moves like and then like demonstrating his speed as he runs by and like doing like jumping punches, and it's all the most unathletic stuff.
Was his name Uncle Rico? Like Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
You don't even get that reference? What the fuck?
Almost. I was really close.
Jesus Christ.
Bet I could throw a football over that mountain.
How old are you, Kyle?
23.
Oh Christ. Why do you have a beard already? You're a
It's a
babe.
glue on. It's what you guys like, man.
When you sell tires, you grow facial hair.
The pills help him grow.
You sell that's what you do for a living? You sell tires?
What's up? You
Damn.
About tires?
Running a special and
Damn, yeah.
you got to come down to Dayton to get them
I
though.
don't give
Not
a
yet.
fuck. I'll go down to Dayton for a good tire deal.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm good. I'll take an oil change though. Do you do that?
I do those.
It's a long way to go for an oil change.
Okay.
It's going to cost you just as much in gas.
Hey,
as-
hey, throw me on a comedy show and give me an oil
I'll
change.
pay you an oil change.
Yo,
Pay me.
that's how he
an
gets
oil
booked. He's like,
change.
"Hey man, I'll do your show for an oil
And
change."
also take a look to see why my trunk won't open.
Okay.
He doesn't hit the button. He's just like, "It's fucking stuck."
No, it's not like the pop latch. It's a push button. It's like an electric button, and it started slowly not working, and then it's been like 2 years, and I have no idea what was in that trunk at any point.
You
Bro,
just
there's
hope
a
he
whole little-
diagnoses the problem.
You know what sucks? I have subwoofers in there, and the cord came loose, and I don't have subwoofers anymore because I can't reconnect the cord.
It's because whatever food was in your trunk is growing a whole little fucking its
There
own little
shouldn't
world.
have been
You have
any
subwoofers.
food.
Why are you trying to open the trunk? You have no room in there. I'm
You
assuming.
can't pull down the.
No, I'm saying like there's still stuff in there. They're only like 12-inch kickers. Like they're
Did you
there's
put
still
them in
enough.
there or that came with the car?
That came with the car.
I don't see you as a subwoofer guy.
No, I didn't. I was when I was in high school,
like,
but then pretty much as soon as I realized that I did not need subwoofers to have sex, I stopped caring about them.
I say, you only listen to like podcasts and comedy. You don't need bass to hear.
Because when
Joe Rogan podcast.
you're in high school, you're like, I get a cool car, I have a cool sound system, women will have sex with me, and then you get out of high school and you're like, that was inaccurate.
works.
Why did I care about those
you
things?
grew up at the time where subwoofers were the shit. You
I grew.
had 'em.
I didn't have subwoofers in my car. I had those giant tower house speakers laying in my trunk.
The kind you hook up to your home stereo.
like a fucking like an 18-inch Pioneer with a fucking tweeter in it, a wooden box. No amp pushing it either, just a fucking deck. And I'm like, this is dope.
You ever hook
Yeah,
up
it
an
works.
amp to your car speakers and then explode them immediately and they don't work and you just gotta listen to
No,
Dude,
I wasn't. A
I would
scooter
get
guy.
so mad hearing the trunk rattle on other cars, and then mine would rattle. And I went up to it one day and I just took my license plate and I pushed it like this and the rattle went away. I went, So I just took a stick and shoved it behind my license plate and no more rattle. I'm like, dude, it's your fucking license plate rattling most of the time. I hate it. My cousin ran an audio shop for cars back in the day, and he would just have like competition style setups in his trucks, like lowriders, airbags, like neon lights. His his license plate would cover itself up and shit, like a little door would come over so you couldn't see his license plate. Just all this shit in his fucking truck. So I got to see and hear a lot of cool shit, but my house speakers were enough for me. I had a Bronco, so they fit in the back with no problem. So
makes me think, do you guys have like a white trash version of like a connection? You mean like the hookup? Where you're like, oh my god, like you know, like normal versions be like, this guy has an in at like this club, I can go to like this nightclub. What's like a garbage version of that? It's like, I know somebody who works at this bar, hey, I can get $2 Jameson shots.
Like a redneck hookup.
Yeah. Mine was a redneck. I just grew up in the area where it was just the hookup on like jewel pods and stuff.
In West Virginia, my uncle had a hookup on a guy who would steal like fish bait, like worms.
That's a great one.
My dad had friends that would go to Walmart and steal fishing reels.
See, there you go.
And they would come to the house with a box with like 100 of these motherfuckers in it. Retail price like $80 and $90 for reels. And my dad would get them all for $5 a piece. Then my redneck friends that I had in high school would come over because I'd tell them in school, hey, my dad's got all these 4 and 5 bearing reels. And they go, what? He's got 5 bearing reels. I'm like, yeah, man, $25 a pop. They come to the house and buy fucking 5, 6 of them. And like my dad was selling this hot shit to the guys I went to school with.
Yeah, mom would be like, he'd be like, how old are they? They're 2 days old. They're fresh, but they would always be dead half the time. I was like, oh.
I also had a guy that stole steaks.
Stole
steaks.
I worked at a grocery store. That's a hot business.
He would fucking take sweatpants that had the tight ankles on them.
You tie them off
and tie them off,
shove 'em in.
and then shove T-bones and fucking all kinds. Dude,
shrimp, crab legs.
Just come out of that store and load it in his trunk and go back in and do it again.
Yeah.
You just pick up 2 and then put back 1. And...
No, dude, when I worked, so at Giant Eagle, you're not allowed to pursue. So if I caught someone stealing, I'd be like, hey, I see you're stealing. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to call the cops. He's like, I'm going to be gone. I'm like, all right. Well,
dude,
I'm going to get your license plate. He's like, not my car. I'm like, well, cool.
My mom would buy all the steaks from him.
Really?
He'd show up to the house. She'd go, how much you want for all of them? He'd like $50. She'd go, put them in the freezer. Dude, and he'd come in the house with like fucking 30, 40 steaks. We ate steak for fucking weeks.
But they were touching his dick.
I mean, maybe the top couple.
$50 though, dude.
Yeah. Only the dicks.
Dude, growing up, my dad had the weirdest friends. I'm trying to write a bit about these guys' names. His best friends were named Squirrel, Turkey, and Deadeye. Right? Deadeye obviously had a fucking dead eyeball.
Yeah.
Turkey was a crackhead who, when he walked, it looked like he was flapping wings and shit. And Squirrel was a tree climber. So, like, it made sense for their nicknames.
It was like a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a redneck Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like white trash Suicide Squad.
And, like, I grew up seeing these dudes and hearing their names and not being, like, weirded out that they would show up with all this stolen shit, like, to try to sell my dad. I'd be like, can you see if they can get some of this? Like, I would give them, like, a list of things that I wanted because I thought it was normal.
When I was a little kid, my dad would have poker parties where you just everybody would come over and like gamble, and like I'd jump in and play with them with my own money, and people get pissed. I just hit like a hot streak. I was getting like full houses for some reason. I was just hitting a bunch of full houses, and I had like grown adults like cussing at me and calling me a fucking cheater because I was taking their paycheck when I and also everybody smoked inside.
Yep.
And I was allergic to cigarette smoke as a kid, so I'm just in there like...
Yeah, but when your hand's hot, you can't leave the table. I get it.
And I was like, I need to go outside and take a breather, but I am on a fucking hot streak right now.
No, I used to do the same shit. My dad did the same stuff. My dad was a hustler my whole life.
I was like, I got trip jacks.
Dude, my dad grew up in New York in like the 80s and 90s, so he's like, he takes me to Chinatown and he'll start negotiating for obviously fake shit, and they'll be like, it's 500. He'll be like, I got $80 burning a hole in my pocket. What can you do? And they're like, no, too cheap. Then like he'll come back 4 minutes later and I'm like, okay, we take the 80.
Yeah,
it's insane how he could just talk anybody down from it
because they made it themselves. Like, it's
yeah,
not
I know. It's
like
like you're gonna go make another one.
When I was in I think it was Turkey, and they were walking through trying to like sell like name brands. It's like, we have Nike, and he goes, we have Paul Mitchell, and I was like, what the fuck is Paul Mitchell?
Is that shampoo?
And I was like, that's a haircut guy. He doesn't do that. And he holds it up, and it says Palm Angel, and I thought,
That's what I call the Asian ladies at the massage parlors.
Palm angel,
Angels.
Ooh, you're a little palm angel, aren't
There's
you?
a lot of those dirty massage parlors in Columbus.
Really?
There's a lot of them everywhere.
I found that out from a
Has
cop.
anybody ever gone?
What?
Yeah, well, I found out.
No, I've never been to one.
I found out from a cop buddy. Yeah.
He dropped his voice. I've never been to one.
He looked into the lens.
Officer.
I have never been to an AMP.
But you know what my friend Charles has, and he's been to these places.
Dude, oh shit, I just remembered. I was on a fucking base in Erbil, which is inside Iraq. It's like its own territory. Like they think they're free. It's like China-Taiwan
they're
situation.
free.
It's like
They think they're
China-Taiwan.
people, but
Like
they're
they
not.
claim their own freedom. Iraq is like, fuck you. And anyway, I was on a base there, and like you're free to like walk around the base. They had a massage parlor that got shut down while I was there because soldiers were going
like
in
you
there
were
and
in the
getting rubbing
massage
tugs.
parlor, or like you were just there when it got.
Bro,
shut
if you're
It was already shut down like when I walked by it. I think.
down? That sucks.
I think so.
Once you walked by sad. He was
He's
like,
like, is this the address? Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, motherfucker.
but dude, here's the deal. Like, if you go to those places, whatever. Like, if they're in other countries and you're on leave and you've been there for a year, go get tugged off. Like, why not? Like, what else are you doing? And if you have a wife at home, you can't get mad at him. He hasn't been with you in a year, and all she's doing is helping him out. Like,
don't think a
Nah,
hand
man,
job-
because
hand-
you're expecting her to like not cheat, which is rare. Like a lot of fucking military spouses are just like the second they leave, they
Yeah.
get pregnant by somebody else, like almost immediately.
Yeah, but I don't think it's cheating if it's a different country over a year. Right?
I don't think hands are cheating.
I don't think a hand job's cheating either. It's just, they call them Yankee crankies.
Okay,
They call them.
I'm sorry.
Look at a Yankee cranky.
here's my counter argument to that. If I jerk you off, we're both pretty fucking gay.
Is
That's,
it? No.
That's my
Yeah, but
counter.
No,
it's
hold
still
on,
not
no.
cheating. It's still not cheating though.
If you just jerk me off, you're gay. I'm not.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, wait.
I don't know the rules
I
of it.
believe whatever it takes for me to bust a
Because
nut.
I can
That's
close.
what
No,
believe.
I can close my eyes and picture Yale as a woman, right? A very ugly woman, but then it would.
Hey,
be, as
let
long
me
as-
shave and lose like 40 pounds.
I don't think I could do
Actually,
it.
I'm going to lose the curves.
Now you-
Actually, you probably want me to stay a little thick.
Now you look like an in-shape man jerking them off. I don't think he wants that.
But like, this is way gayer than it would have been.
I don't want to feel hand muscles on my dick.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Why is it so
his
rough?
His forearm vein rubbed up
Okay.
against my stomach. No.
If you're not jerking him off, but he's butt naked doing it, is it kind of gay? If his dong's flopping out there.
If that's the reason you're
It's two
enjoying
men
it,
interacting sexually. By definition, it's gay to some extent. All right, that's not.
Full naked giving a hand job?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in the history of the world has ever been fully naked and given a hand job.
I give a hand job to
Oh, for
myself when
sure
I'm
they
fully
have.
naked.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
I've been fully naked giving myself a hand job.
There's
I'm
billions
certain
of people.
that other
You don't think
people
someone's
have done
gotten
it.
butt naked to jerk someone's
Bro,
dick?
people-
That's insane.
People eat cereal out of someone
the
else's
shower.
ass.
In the shower, like,
Oh,
because
you
shower
like
sex
anal
isn't the
tryouts,
easiest
too?
thing to do,
Nasty anal tryouts.
right? Like you're both
I
naked
know
in
the
the
video
shower.
you're
and
talking
then
about.
gross.
I know the
crank.
video you're talking
I've
about.
been both of us fully naked fingered. So why is it?
You've been fingered?
Yes.
Wait, you got butt naked to finger somebody?
Yeah, it was my 12th birthday.
I guess I'm thinking.
My uncle was drunk.
They finally said my uncle could come back.
I'm thinking one party's fully naked and the other one's not. That's what bothers me about it. Imagine someone fully naked.
Imagine both people coming out of the shower, laying down, and being like, "Hey."
Nah,
Has anybody-
I'll send that hand away.
Has anybody been offered like a threesome and like backed out? I was-
Backed out of a threesome?
So I was
Are you about to tell us a story about how it turns
Yeah,
out that
so-
you're a homosexual man?
Well,
So these two dudes hit me up, right?
yeah. So Yo and Travis hit me up, and I'm like, I don't want to. No. So it was in high school. Very
Yeah,
hot chicks.
come be
I
our
still-
little reverse Aereo. Oh man, I wish I would have said that
I'll jerk
correctly.
you both off, but just keep your eyes closed.
Whoa.
Aereo.
No, I'm going to stare at you in your eyes.
Promise.
You're barely
And then keep
open
whispering,
eyes.
I don't like this.
This is gonna make me go faster, dude. This is gonna be like, I don't like it either, so speed it up.
You come from jerking me off. That'd be weird, huh?
That'd be a gift.
He's like, I'm done. And you're like, oh, I'm not.
If that's the only way you could come.
Oh,
like,
dude, what a curse! Like it's like some weird Indian rituals. Like you could only come if you jerk a guy off. I'm like,
and I was
fuck.
like, every day a new man will have the sensation attached to your penis.
Bro, that'd be the
you
weird-
must find him and jerk him off if you want to come.
That's the whole new fucking plot to a new Quantum Leap TV show.
Quantum Load.
He has to he keeps getting transported to different bodies, and he's like, "Oh no, I gotta jerk off someone else where I can go home." Squiggy.
No, there were these two hot chicks. I was friends with both of them, and we were in high school, hanging out at her place, and then they were bi, so they started kissing in front of me. Like, this is cool, all right. And then they were drinking. I didn't drink at the time, so they cut the lights off, and then they started rubbing on me, and I'm like, all right. And then they went to unzip my pants with their teeth, and I pulled my pants up real quick and said, I gotta go do my homework, and I took off running.
How
Nice,
old were you?
dude.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Dude, you're
I
a
was
fucking
gay.
bitch.
I
Yeah,
regret
you're
it
a
to this
homosexual
day.
man.
I even talked to that girl later, and she's like, you know, we were both gonna fuck you. We were trying to experiment. And I was like, I was a virgin and scared.
That is a hard way to start if you're a virgin.
Yeah,
Dude.
I don't want my first time to be a
Hey,
disappointing.
Dude, but
virgin.
also, how fucking cool would you feel afterwards?
You didn't fuck your bus driver. Dude, I don't want to hear about
That's
what I
a
skipped.
bus driver.
Yeah, but you said she was
Yeah,
kinda hot.
honestly, we can give him shit. You can't. You bitched out.
You said she was hot.
You bitched out.
No.
hard.
From what I remember, she was attractive.
Okay, that's fair.
Again, this is almost 30 years ago. So.
How great would it be if she came to pick you up on a date and she pulled up in the bus?
Brr, brr. Mom,
What
gotta
would
go.
have been, what would have been really funny is if you went over, jumped on the trampoline, and then left.
See ya. I already came. Like,
Were you trying to get info from the kids? Like, so does your dad live here?
no,
What's
but
up?"
the thing was, her kids were disappointed I didn't come over too. That was part of it.
Oh, they were
Oh my god!
I just feel-
they thought
honestly-
they had a playmate. You were
Dude.
getting ready. To...
Or a new dad. I don't know
I
what was
bet you
happening.
she probably left because you broke her heart and her kid's heart.
Yeah, see, look, that had happened after my first girlfriend. I got my first girlfriend at 15. But the thing, okay, now here's the thing. This is going to sound fucking horrible.
Don't tell. Hey.
I'm telling the fucking story.
Don't.
No, this is third. I don't care. I was a minor. So was she. She was 12 when I was 15.
Turn the fucking cameras off.
That's been the JOG podcast.
No,
You were in high school and she was in middle school. No.
First
that's
of all,
gross,
age of
dude.
consent is like he's only 16, but when
Yeah,
you're
but
15,
you
here's the deal.
can't talk about. You know, I know a comic is a pedophile.
I didn't have
Anyway,
sex with her.
I was 15.
I didn't have sex with her, but she was my girlfriend. And I remember meeting her parents and talking to her dad on the front porch.
The difference between 15 and 12
lot.
is a lot.
She was almost 13.
No.
Nah, you can't say she's
Stop it!
almost.
Right now.
Here's the deal. I already had tattoos when I was 15.
Oh, that justifies it. Go on.
So-
I want to hear the
So
story.
you're even further away from the 12-year-old.
So I'm on the front porch.
Way to sell it, Travis.
Bro, I'm on the front porch comparing tattoos with her dad.
Way to sell it, Travis Charles of Dayton, Ohio. If anyone's curious,
I didn't do anything with her.
you are so lucky we don't get any views, you
This
fucking
episode
garbage
is gonna be
person.
edited like this and be like, anyways,
I'm
I
not
was
a
15 and she was-
monster. I didn't
Welcome
do
back to the JOG.
But
So
do you know why we broke up? Because she cheated on me
with an 18
with my other friend.
Oh,
This is how she calls me and asks.
She wanted to be with someone her own age.
No, he was my age. He was my age.
She cheated on me with an 11-year-old.
She
What a
called you and
bitch.
she was like, Travis, I gotta tell you something.
No, she calls me. She's like, "Hey," I was like, "What's up?" She goes,
On her parents' phone.
Yeah, on her parents' phone. On my parents' phone. I didn't have a cell phone back then. This is fucking 1996.
If this was today, she would literally ask if you have any games on your phone.
Anywho, yeah, that'd be funny. We'll play
He had to
Angry
call her house. Like, can I talk to Sarah? Oh, she's finger painting. Hold on, let me go get her.
Dude, so she calls me and she's like, "Hey."
She still had a babysitter when you were dating her.
No, she watched her little brother when her parents were at work. Anyways, she
You want us to
fucking
cut this out though?
no.
Okay, keep it.
She calls me and goes, "Hey, can you get pregnant the first time you have sex?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Even if they pull out," and I was like, "Yeah." It's like it doesn't matter. And I was like, "Who'd you fuck?" She goes, "No, it was my friend." I went, "No, it's not." I was like, "Who did you fuck?" She goes, "No, I fucked Earl." Earl.
Damn, she
An
cracked
Oh,
me.
man,
Yeah,
his name was
twice.
Earl?
Yeah, Earl.
Who'd you fuck? I won't say who'd you fuck. Yeah, what's your friend,
Dude,
Earl?
anybody who is dating someone
cracked so
and
quick.
loses their virginity to somebody else is, I will always assume they're a garbage human being.
By the way,
forever.
I
From
like
a guy named Earl?
Yeah.
I like
Granted, she was dating a pedophile already.
We weren't
so,
really
like,
dating. We didn't even kiss. We just
Something
kind
about
of.
the
You
name
specifically
Charles.
said your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
specifically
whatever. All right.
said those words.
You know what? I was
Stop trying to legally
I was
cover your
15.
ass.
I was 15. I wasn't.
I
nothing-
like, by the way, at the age of 15,
Never.
how you're like, yeah, you can get pregnant if they pull up. But in the 20s, you're like, probably not. Let's fuck.
Hell yeah.
Whole different
Now I'm like, no, my
mindset,
pull-out
but-
game is strong.
Dude,
You're
you could
good.
Never get. I've never even heard of it.
But anyways, Earl turned a few years later when he was 18, gets put in prison
A few years later.
because he fucking a few years later he gets 18, goes to jail because he went to court, ran out of court, got away from the cops, jumped in a cop car, hit a cop in the parking lot with a cop car and tried to get away and crashed the cop car into a ditch. But then he only served 1 year because his mom was a fucking magistrate.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, I got busted in a party, and one of the people involved, it was a very small party, and one of the people involved didn't get charged at all because their family worked at the courts. I felt really, really fucking bad because I threw the party and everybody got busted, and it was the only time I had a chance to be cool. I was not like popular in high school. I had like one shot, and one of like the cute popular girls like actually was like flirting with me a little bit at the beginning of the party. This party lasted 30 minutes and the cops showed up. It was immediate. And it was heartbreaking because I was just like, this was going to be the greatest night of my life, and it is easily the worst night of my life.
How did it end in 30 minutes?
The person who suggested we throw a party there lived in a duplex and promised us that the other people were out of town. The other people were not out of town. Not only were they not out of town because people like my dad, where I grew up, they told him exactly what the 911 call sounded like. And it was, so-and-so is upstairs. He is throwing another party. He is this age. His girlfriend is this age. They are both underage and should not be drinking. They're throwing a party. Please come arrest them. And it was like pretty obvious that I might have been set up because the cops come there all the time. And he was like, hey, why don't you come through, have a party over here? And I'm like, yeah. So.
Well, what happened to the chick that you wanted to fuck? Is she fat now, hopefully? I'm Brian.
No, she seems like, I think she ended up as a teacher. No, she didn't do anything wrong. I don't know why.
Nah, I'm just bummed you didn't get to fuck her.
You know what I mean?
You know,
she didn't do anything wrong. She almost did, but no. I think she ended up being a teacher, married, 1 or 2 kids.
Black guy?
No, I think they're both gingers.
Right,
her and him are both gingers.
She's cool.
Would she not be right if she married a black guy?
Yeah.
Whoa.
God.
Whoa.
What's your problem?
Why is the black dude the only racist on the podcast?
Yeah.
No,
Just
I
kidding.
Like
That's his Asian half.
Nah,
right
I just
there.
want the kids to have their father in their life. I know that's
That is enough.
Dude, I'm telling you, my dad's lived longer with me than I lived with him. That's weird.
That is really funny.
Papa, I still love you.
That is fucking so funny.
I just want a dad so bad. I'm like, hey, you want to go have a catch?
Papa, come back, please.
You don't have a dad, you have a roommate, so that's different.
Hey, Dad, you want to go crack a few beers open and have a catch? Like, right?
Oh my God! Hey, so his dad is a DJ.
No, that's not DJ One Love.
DJ
There's
One
reggae
Love.
music.
That is real. Please check out DJ One Love.
He doesn't have a
do-
social media up though. It's
Okay.
expired.
Don't
But,
check him out.
If you see shows in Columbus, DJ One Love. But so he's got a young son, and his dad's in the basement just working on his fucking set lists.
He's not even booked anymore. I'm like, what are
Not
you
even booked
doing?
anymore, and just blaring music when his son's supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah,
And
it's
like
nap
fucking
time.
two or 3 in the morning, he's just.
Yeah, that's
And you gotta be, he'd be like, hey dad, can you keep it down? Your grandson's trying to sleep.
You bust in the door and you catch your dad jerking off, and you're like, not in my house, mister.
No, dude, it's I'm laying there looking at my son like, you're so beautiful as he's sleeping. And I hear ding 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 ding. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 3 in the morning, dude.
That's great.
Also, my dad could fight, so I'm just like, hey, can you keep it down? He's like, later. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
You should really start a show and book him as the DJ.
You should find somewhere else to live, Dad. I will beat the fuck out of you.
That's literally, I was like, hey, Dad, have you looked at apartments? He's like, I found one. I'm like, you're right. Don't worry about it.
He's bought 2 cars since he's been living.
His Infinity got totaled.
What's weird is
So he's bought a 3rd car since he's been living
He's
with.
looking at a Tesla. And I'm like, my dad makes an insane amount of money, but he's also Jamaican, so he will
somehow
not remove it.
he still makes you give him rent money.
Yeah, so what's up?
He's like, I'm letting you live upstairs. I took the basement.
He called called me yesterday to yell at me because I was vacuuming at 8:30 in the afternoon. He's like, you know how late it is? I'm trying to sleep. I'm like, it's 8:30.
Complain to your landlord, Dad. Just click up on him.
Did you say 8:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah, he's like, it's
time.
Yeah,
That's in the evening.
Yeah, he
That's
goes
the
to work
evening.
at 2 in the morning. He's like,
8:30 is morning or evening?
It's afternoon. It was
It doesn't even
10.
matter. It's an acceptable time to
I'm
vacuum
sorry.
in your own
Is
house.
8:30 afternoon? Is it past noon?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
It's
sorry.
afternoon. Shut the fuck up.
If it's your house, you can
Dude, it's
vacuum
like 8:30
anytime.
before noon. I don't know what's happening.
Dude, I love my dad, but he's never mind.
My dad's fat and pisses in jugs. So
You're shitting me.
no.
Like from the living room or like
Yeah, he sits like this on the couch and just puts a jug in his pants and just pisses in it.
Is he capable of going to the bathroom?
I mean, yes, he can piss just fine. It's just he can't get up and walk to it.
No, that's sad.
Yeah, it's not really.
You
Is
just
he
bring
like
him-
just
Is he fat?
morbidly obese? Is
He's
he, like,
obese, but
legs?
they took his kneecap out of his left leg about 10 years ago. So he can't put any weight on his left leg. So like if you can't do that, you can't walk.
Jesus
so-
Christ.
He's got one of those fucking electric wheelchairs that he just crashes into my mom's stove and refrigerator and cabinets and walls, and there's holes and shit all in the hallway.
Is he just having drunk driving
Bro, he
accidents inside the house?
He hits it and goes, oh, oops, and just keeps on going. Or he'll feel it hitting the wall and he'll go, oh, I almost passed it, and just drag it down the fucking wall. Yeah. So, needless to say.
I saw somebody driving.
We're all such garbage except for you.
Yeah, Kyle, how's your life? Oh, my dad's a doctor.
Hey, man,
my
tell
mom's
us a story about
He's
you
like, my
being
mom and dad
garbage
just
so
put
you
in a
can
hot
fit
tub and a
man.
patio.
Yeah, you do stand up. You have to have some broken
Oh,
pass,
one
like a-
time my dad was volunteering at a shelter, so he couldn't make it to my baseball game.
Exactly.
But I understood because those kids needed him.
Dude, you do comedy. You have to have like you have an uncle that gave you like pants off hugs or some shit.
It's probably buried deep down in there, but I don't know. I mean, nothing too-
If you go to Kyle's house, there's hardly any pictures of him on the wall.
Yeah.
It's all his sisters.
Oh yeah, they don't love me. Don't get me wrong. They don't like.
Are you older or younger?
I'm the youngest.
Really?
What do your sisters do?
You should be the baby boy.
Like the only photo of him on the wall's in the basement.
Yeah.
It's like, we got one.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this is you.
It's tucked away. It's got dust on it.
And come.
Did you play sports as a kid or anything?
I did. Yeah, I was quite the athlete.
What'd you do? A bowling team or something?
You played baseball, for sure.
I did baseball for a period of time. Then I did basketball for a
After you grew out of T-ball, he
Most
kind
of
of
it
quit.
was soccer, and then high school I ran track and cross country. I got a real runner's body on me. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would say maybe any sport, definitely not football.
Okay. Well, don't say it like that. I mean,
Dude, he could have played football.
I like you. You're very nice.
He could have been a kicker.
You're soft.
I wanted to run track, but my fastest mile in high school was 26 minutes.
that's insane.
I
so
literally
you've been obese
walked.
always.
26 minutes.
I
You
walked.
can't walk a mile that slow.
Yes, you can.
That's insane.
Let's go walk a mile. We'll be
I
there.
will.
It'll take us an hour.
Bro, we pulled
How many
up to
breaks
your
did you
apartment.
take during the mile?
Bro, I just walked with my buddy Paul. We just bullshitted the whole way around. We didn't give a fuck.
That's a
We-
long mile.
We pull up to your apartment, and we get out, and then he goes, "Is he on the fucking third floor?" Was genuinely mad.
In your defense,
Yeah.
I say the same shit. As I'm walking up, I'm like, this
Hey
is
man,
fucking ridiculous.
I said apartment 301. That should have been a clue.
I didn't look at it until today.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Dude, I used to be a cable guy, and there was some apartment complex that was 3 floors.
Yeah.
And we have to go up first and ask them what they want, go back down, get what they want, and if something doesn't work, go back down, come back up. Bro, I fucking... I would talk people out of getting shit.
So you didn't have to come
Yeah.
back up.
What do you think about this new sports package? It sucks.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
worry
you
about it.
you don't make any extra money if they
No.
if they buy it. So fuck
Hey,
'em.
I need a box in all 3 bedrooms. I was like, dude, my order only says 1, so I'm putting it right here in the living room. It goes to the closest wall jack. That's where we have to put it. If you want more, you got to call in, set up another call to have another tech come out and install it for you. And they go, what? I go, yeah, sorry, it's time constraints.
I have a good job now, but like a part of me like I just absolutely misses those days of having a job where you absolutely don't give a shit about
That's
it.
every job I've ever had.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Bro, dude, I've told so many bosses to go fuck themselves, fuck you, I'm not
wish
doing
I knew
this.
what that was
You
like.
can't make me do this. It's not my job title. And then I'll show them company policy and go, that's not my job. Right here, black and white, like you guys try to tell me, it's in black and white. So if you can read, that tells you that's not my job.
Oh yeah, black and white.
Yeah. No, it's black and tan.
Everybody out.
I consider Asians.
Jackie
I
Chan?
consider Asians almost white.
Yellow.
Okay.
Like I said, almost white.
We're better than blacks, at least.
Whoa.
Asians, we build cars.
You hate half yourself for what?
I do hate because it's the disproportion on the sizes.
So did you get the Asian or the black dick? What'd you get?
I got the Asian dick.
Damn it.
I got my mom.
But it's still black for some reason. It's just little.
No, it's it looks bruised. It looks like
it's like a bruised banana.
It looks like I spent too much time with it. We'll say that. It's not good.
Dude, I'm not going to say a name, but a friend of ours.
You said everybody else's name.
I'm not saying his name.
You said the name of pedophiles and rapists.
They're in jail.
Hold on. I don't want to say this name because I don't want to cause any waves.
No, this is a person.
No, this guy's a good guy. He doesn't fuck kids.
He didn't get in trouble. He went to the doctor, and his doctor said, well, the problem with your balls is that you were too aggressive with them when you masturbate.
Does he have the dog?
Was he like tugging on him?
Bro, apparently he
like
punches them and smacks them with like little wooden boards and shit.
Is this somebody we know?
You know him.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Give it. Hold on. Wait. Give him a hint that won't be obvious to the general public.
Jarrell Beeman.
He's a weirdo. Yeah.
Jarrell, you pervert.
Oh my God, John Morris loves to be.
That's not Jarrell.
That's not Jarrell.
That was my impression, but it's not him. Y'all don't know him. Y'all probably don't know him. Y'all probably never met him.
I'll be honest. I thought it was Jarrell.
I didn't think it was Jarrell.
Yeah, I was just fucking making a voice. Y'all said Jarrell, so I was just going with it, but it's not Jarrell.
It's somewhere between Jarrell and Dave Chappelle in the early years.
No.
Come on, man. Yeah, okay, you're right.
I was doing a Jarrell impression,
Yeah, I got it.
but it's not him.
Nah, you're not gonna convince me. I'm gonna start the rumor. Jarrell beats his balls up. That's funny.
Dude, I started a rumor about my friend breaking his wrist jerking off in high school when it stuck, and I never told no one I was fucking around.
Dude, someone started a rumor in high school that I was an atheist, which, whatever.
True.
But the girl of my dreams fucking found out and quit talking to me. And my girl, Jasmine, if you're watching this, she was the girl of my dreams. She doesn't talk to me anymore. So
Hope you're happy with Jesus, Jasmine.
I gave you 2 kids. You're the girl that I wake up to now, so it's fine.
Oh, you're married to her?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh.
She was the girl of my dreams. You're the girl of my nightmares.
Not my nightmares, but
What was I talking
They're
about?
still dreams, baby. I still love you.
No, I still dream. Just wake up to reality.
I
but
dream
yeah.
about her.
I forgot what we were talking about, and I had.
Oh, dude, I had to ask you as a cable guy. Did you ever get like offered like pussy for like a cable package? Yeah, go
Answered
on.
so fast.
Go
Answered so
on.
fast.
Did you follow through with them?
I had a
Or
black.
did you bitch out like
Bro.
the fucking bus driver?
I'll
Did you look out the
dude,
window and you saw
here's
a bus
the deal.
parked in the driver? Like, I
Listen
can't
how
do
quickly
this.
he said race. Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you cable stories all day long. I have tons of them.
Tell me the hottest one. Can I
Fucking
get your-
fire away, dude.
Can I get a couple?
There's hot ones. There's like
Go on.
there's some that like I wish I would have done something, and there's some that like.
He needs those pillows, man. Give him that pillow.
So, anyways,
I don't want your sweat shorts. Look at this.
I knocked on this door one day, and this very voluptuous black woman answered. Very cute, very friendly, and she sits down on the couch, and I'm like right there, right, and she's over here, and we're talking about this is how old this is. I was talking about The Sopranos, like it wasn't over yet. We were talking about the new season of Sopranos,
No,
and
Sopranos, all right.
Yes.
and she was like, "Dude, I can't wait to get cable. 'Cause I just love Sopranos." And I went, "Oh yeah," that's what I said, like agreeing. And then I turned around. She goes, "Are you saying, oh yeah, because you just looked at my booty?" And I went, "No, no, not at all. I didn't do that." Like I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "No." I was like, "We're talking about Sopranos." She goes, "I'm just kidding. I'm about to go put some panties on so you don't get too excited." I didn't realize she didn't have no fucking underwear on, just a t-shirt. And I didn't even notice because I was trying.
All you had to say was like, "You don't have to do that on my account."
I jokingly said that. And she goes, "You funny," and then goes back, puts on just panties.
Puts on 3 pairs of pants because now she's scared.
She comes back out. She sits down. We're talking, and like, in this point, I'm nervous, right? Because she's being a little flirty. I'm like, oh my god, like what is this? One of those like Cinemax porns? Is this about to happen? And I get all finished, and she's like, "All right, are you done?" I was like, "Yep." She goes, "Well, come give me a hug." So I give her a hug, and she's holding on. She goes, "You can squeeze my booty if you want to." I didn't even think about it, bro. I fucking put both hands on it, and I went, "Oh my!" Like, dude, it was so fast that out loud I went, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get fired." She goes, "I ain't gonna tell on you. I told you to grab my ass." She goes, "It's nice, ain't it?" And I fucking took a bigger grip. I went, "It's probably the nicest ass I've ever felt in my life." Like, I'm like, "What is this? Like, this is amazing." She laughs. She goes, "Get out of here before you get in trouble." So I leave. This bitch calls my cell phone. I was with my first wife at the time. Oops.
Oh my god.
And now we know why.
Anyways, I'm in the kitchen and I have a voicemail on my work phone from this woman. "Hey, Travis, it was nice, blah, blah, blah." And I went, click, I just deleted it. And my ex goes, "Who the fuck was that?" I was like, "Oh, it was Deidre." She was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it was one of the dispatchers telling me that I had a call that canceled. So I already heard it earlier, so I just deleted it." Heart going 1,000 fucking miles an hour, boy. Just can't stop beating. And she's like, she got in my fucking face. She was like, "Are you lying to me?" I said, "Why the fuck would I lie to you?"
It's on my work phone.
I was like,
that has to be your go-to
Yeah.
defense. It's on my work phone.
She goes, "Who was?" I was like, "It was Deidre." Like, how? What the fuck? And just fucking took my phone and threw it on the counter. Like I didn't care. You know? And I was like, "Don't pick it up. Like, just don't fucking pick it up." You know? This is one of those old Nextel chirp phones too. So like, you really couldn't lock them. They were just always on. And then the next day, she calls me again. She goes, "You should take me out to lunch." And I'm like, "What? I don't. Am I going to cheat on my wife?" I was like, "This is so exciting."
Damn, I'm in the wrong business.
The excitement of,
Bro.
I'm about to cheat.
Bro, here's the deal. You shouldn't cheat, but the potential to be able to cheat is a very, very exciting thing.
I gotta be a cable guy in a predominantly black neighborhood.
And here's
I like this.
okay, so it took me well into adulthood to be able to accept that line of logic, because when I was younger, I got cheated on like multiple times, and I was just like, I don't understand anybody who can do this. You're a piece of shit,
Yes.
garbage human being. Fuck you. And it was probably somewhere in my mid-20s, so like when I was like not seriously committed, dating multiple people, that I was like, okay, I kind of get this. You have certain opportunities that come at the wrong time, and you're like, this should have came earlier, but it came now, so
Yeah.
I get it. I get it, but
Here's the thing. I'm not mad. Let's how do I rephrase this? I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't like try to like belittle a woman or like be so angry at her that if she cheated on me, I would just want to know, like, hey, like, why did you do it? Like, number two, like, we're done, but why did you? I wouldn't be mad because I get it. I get the fucking how it can be fun and exciting because like I've had the chance to like do it, and it.
you wanted somebody who didn't constantly drip
Are you
sweat
raising
into
your
your
hand?
eyes.
This isn't class.
No way you'd have that reaction.
I no, bro.
And say I wouldn't be mad. You're out of your.
I would be
fucking
upset.
cheated
I
on
would be
me?
upset.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, have a good
Please
day.
tell me more about that.
Yeah, why
I've been cheated on, and I've talked to the person who did, and I'm like, "Why did you do it?" And they're like, "I don't. It just
You were
happened."
Cool, calm, and collected about
Yes,
it? Bullshit.
1,000%.
You've never been cool in your life. You've been overweight your entire life. You've always been,
been sweaty.
a little sweaty.
I was like-
you've never been cool, calm, and collected.
Who are you fucking?
Were you doing?
are you?
Were you doing comedy?
You're
when
dabbing
when were
yourself
setting
like
up
a
cable,
southern
when you were doing-
preacher. You're
You
just
didn't
like,
think of
who?
Travis, the cable guy, before
who are
that
you
other
fucking-
fucking
oh,
happened?
you
He was Larry the Cable Guy before I was a comedian.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn. That we had.
But anyways, back to this one woman. What? I decided, I said, I'm going to come over to your house on my day off. So I tell my wife at the time that I got something to go. I'm going to, this is so nerdy. I was like, I'm going to go to the magic shop. Right?
What
And
is
you
I'm
were
sorry.
getting
I'm sorry.
multiple-
Hold on.
That-
Hold on.
that
Hold on. Hold
implies
on.
that you used
Wait.
to go
This
to
is
the
an
magic
important
shop.
I did.
clarification question. Magic, as in magicians, or
Magicians.
Magic the Gathering?
Magicians.
Okay,
So I would
that's
go,
worse. You understand that's worse.
So
right?
I used to go to a magic shop on Saturdays, and I would sometimes hang out all day long, bullshitting with like other magicians or whatever, trying to
Do
like.
you know how bad it is that I was hoping he said Magic the Gathering?
And I also played Magic the Gathering in high school. I know I look so cool.
You used to do magic?
Yeah, bro, I'm pretty good at it. One of my best friends is like one of the top magicians in the fucking world.
I would love if at the end of
Okay,
this
we'll
episode you would give us like a sleight of hand, anything,
Oh, dude, I want to pull a card
anything
out
you
of
could
my
do, just
ass.
at the
What
end,
can you
just
do,
at the
dude?
end.
My ex pulled a sleight of hand on me. No, anywho, so I go to this girl's house, right? And I'm sitting, I'm just terrified. She's all dressed up. She got 3 kids in the apartment now.
That was fast.
And I drove a 2-door
breed pretty
Toyota
quick.
Tacoma, right? That's what I drove. She's like, "You would take us out to eat?" And I'm like, "I can't take your kids." She's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "I got a 2-door pickup truck."
They'll fit in the bed.
Then she got pissed at me. She's like, "Then why are you even here?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got you. You, for some reason, thought I might have had money." And then,
I was like, I work for the fucking cable company,
Bro.
you dumbass.
so I leave, and then nothing happened, which I was grateful nothing happened. But a few weeks later, I got a trouble call at her apartment. And I was like, "Oh, my
You
God."
in trouble, nigga. You better
So I
come
went-
over and explain
bro.
yourself.
So I called, said, "Hey, it's Comcast. We're on the way." She didn't recognize the voice. I get to the apartment, knock on the door. I hear her press against the door. She goes, "We good?" And I was like, "Have a good day." And I just fucking walked down the stairs to fucking make sure that it wasn't me who had to fix it.
Damn.
Yeah. Broke that lady's heart. I have other ones that are.
Damn, dude, she literally made you grab her ass on the off chance that you could provide for her kids,
Yeah.
and
She
like
just
literally
wanted to-
no other.
I know my
interest
people
whatsoever.
though. I bet you her boyfriend put her up to that.
Boyfriend in prison.
Package. Wow.
So that was
Damn, you
weird.
talked to her a lot more than you said in the story.
Hey.
Then how do you know her boyfriend was in prison? Huh?
Was he white?
No.
He would have been so fucking.
Oh,
mad.
he'd have been. Yeah,
he would have lost.
he'd have
his
been
fucking-
mad.
If it was another black dude, he would have been mad. But if he would have found out it was a white dude,
Oh, white.
oh man!
Or
the
maybe he'd have been
rage.
excited. Maybe he's like, "Oh, that's nice."
Your turn, Kyle. You have any crazy?
He didn't stretch it out for me.
You have any crazy installing tires on someone's car?
Oh my gosh! So I was fucking his tire the other day, right? No,
I was giving it right up the valve.
So
step.
this bitch made me install a tire swing. Craziest thing I've ever done at my job.
Oh yeah, I go, what are we gonna use this for? Turns out also 3 kids. So.
Oh damn. What's her name?
Do you have any
Aw.
stories? It's like the closest you came to dying for sex, or
For sex.
dying for sex?
No, sex is pretty much handed to me on a silver platter. I don't have to work.
His mom brings out his fleshlight.
hey, would you hit the mute button on his mic? Thank you so much.
Okay, so sorry. Look,
You looked at me like I know how to work any of this out.
Pussy is very hard to come by. I'm sorry.
I'll tell the story. I was having sex with a woman one time that I had met through like a dating app.
It sounds like the scene from the 40-year-old version.
Hey guys,
I was having sex with this
crushed
woman.
pussy. Anyway, so we had like sex a couple times, and then like
Travis is not interested in the story.
She-
in case you
Immediately
were-
picked up his phone.
she like texted me one time, and she was like, "Hey, like my parents are gonna kick me out of the house." She was in college. She was like fucking this guy's story.
Oh, she wasn't in preschool? Going.
No.
Okay.
But she's like, my parents are gonna kick me out of the house because I can't pay the bills and everything like that. So she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, oh my god, how much are the bills? She's like, it's a lot. It's accrued over a while.
Damn,
And,
you
I
set
go,
yourself
well,
up.
what's the number? She goes, to set everything straight, I would need $3,000. And I go, okay, I'll let you borrow it.
You
Yes.
fucking dick.
Hold on.
Let him finish.
Ding
Oh,
dong.
buddy.
So I was like, when do you need it by? And then she's like, just like whenever you get a chance. Like I would need it by like if we can do Sunday, meet up on Sunday. I go, great. We'll meet Sunday. I'll give you the $3,000. I know you're good for it. I know you'll give it back. I'm just letting you know what happened. And
Oh yeah, put that on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sample or
like I think it was like Friday came around, and she texted me, and she's like, hey, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
this is after you gave her the money.
No, that's the
Oh,
thing that
thanks.
pissed me off. She couldn't
She couldn't even take the money.
She couldn't even date me for
She
2
was
more days.
so uninterested in you.
Exactly.
She didn't even want the money.
I go, you could have just hung out with me for, not even hung out, talked to me on the phone for 2 more days, just gotten a Sunday. You would have gotten $3,000, and she couldn't have done it.
You're that unlikable. She didn't want to
I guess
communicate
so.
to get
I
3,000.
guess so.
Do you think it's because you're so soft?
Maybe she
You're a
was
better man than me. I'm like, look, I can give you half off of some Yokohamas. Don't fucking. I can't. I don't.
Yoko.
It was like,
I can't fucking help you with $3,000, you bitch. I don't. You need a dad who needs some Wranglers, like some Wrangler.
yeah, so that's my story. And I'll never do that again. So don't try to come at me for 3,000.
But see, he'll call me when stuff like that happens to him and go, I don't know what to do. I'm like, don't do it. He goes, I think I'm going to do it. It's like,
Well, this is probably a bad time to tell you this, but I'm going through some shit.
you and me both.
I need about $3,000.
What? I don't
Yeah.
want to be rude. What time are we supposed to be at the show?
But
7.
you're fine. You need to be there before 7.
Okay.
We got plenty of time. We're all right. Yeah, no worries.
Great.
That's why I made sure to ask, just in case.
Are we going to the show? We can't even get in, can we?
We can get in and hang out,
Hang out.
Yeah, hang out.
Hold on, listen.
but we'll see.
So-
We'll see how we feel.
What's
What
the
it-
crazy story you have on the road? You have to have a
I was gonna tell you another.
you're
Hold
a
on.
road comic.
I'll
I
tell
mean,
you more
I
of
would
that,
love
but I
hear
want
it.
to tell you.
stand up out of Ohio.
I want to tell you one more cable
Oh yeah,
lady
Hit
offered
us
me
up.
sex story.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We have a pause. I gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, man,
We can
that's
pause.
all right.
Come on, just fucking pee in a jar. Like,
Oh, do you want us to cover your little Seagrams?
I'm just like,
we don't.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I can also take